3, 2, 1, action.
In 2011, an audacious project called Endgame was begun, with the aim of developing a low-budget zombie feature film.
That's right, we're making a zombie movie. If you just tuned in, that's what we are doing.
If you just tuned in, then you've just been watching this whole video and not paying any attention.
As if we're like a radio station and you're just tuning in.
Just tune in.
So the project was originally Endgame, and so Mark Skater had sort of devised this idea, and we just invited a lot of people along.
This guy contacted me on Facebook and said, "Hey, I'm doing a movie. Do you want to be a movie star?"
To just turn up to tunnels and other locations around Brisbane and just film this kind of like off the wall, crazy zombie film.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
That was like, how many people turned up to that thing? It was like...
That was at least 20, I reckon.
30.
Oh, how many people were there that first night? Like 30, 40 people were there. There's so many people.
We had people in the Umbrella Corp outfits. We had Matt as Master Chief. We had Steph there. My friend Amy came. So I at least knew like half a dozen people, and there was a lot more people than that.
Yeah.
It's almost 11:10 and we just finished cleaning up the whole tunnel. It looks pretty good. Well, the tunnel was pretty messed up before anyway. Running past. Same thing. Am I in your shot?
Yeah.
Camera rolling. 3, 2, 1, action. Cut!
Yeah, it was a lot of people. Everyone was really keen for it. I think it was like no one had ever done anything like that before, I think.
Yeah.
So how did all this start? So the film's not called Endgame anymore, is it? No. So I started on a fan film back in 2011. I met this guy who was very excitable and invited me along to be part of his zombie movie. He had no idea what I was going to do, but he just thought I looked cool, so I came along.
Met Mark in the Zombie Walk, 2010, I think, 2011.
What's your name?
Ed.
Sorry?
Ed.
N. Nice
Ed.
costume. N.
Ed.
N.
Ed.
N.
I can't remember, honestly. Start again. Said he was doing a zombie shoot at South Bank Station. And yeah, we turned up on the night, brought some friends with me. And yeah, that's how I got involved. But there was a lot of people there when we turned up. And yeah, it turned out to be a long night because there was lots of shots and yeah.
I tell you what, you people who don't appreciate what we go through for Endgame, you piss me off!
That was aggressive, man.
Yeah, they were wounding me up.
Yeah, it was it's been frustrating. Well, it was frustrating back then. You know, it was a lot of fun. It was more fun than it was frustrating, but in the end it was frustrating for me at least.
My favourite memory was probably when Steph got slimed all over in the tunnel. That was pretty good. I like that memory.
Set, camera rolling. 3, 2, 1, action. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Push off. And cut. Round of applause, guys, for Steph. Okay.
Yeah, I just got some on my nose.
How's that?
Ready?
And action.
With a large turnout expected for their proposed tunnel shoot in 2011, Mark and Brian organised to meet with Stephanie and Sam, two of the production's leading talent, in order to block out movement and camera angles.
Do you want to know the character name? Do you want the character name?
Anthea.
Anthea?
Anthea.
Anthea, okay.
Annie. Let's go Annie.
Annie, no, I'm just...
Anthony's a good victim name. But what you can do is see, you run them back, you see the zombie,
And then it's-
you see Alice,
Then it goes round. I wanted a straight cut, so we'll stay on her face, then we'll cut to zombie's face. So we'll come from this way, where she takes steps away from the wall. So we go, and then I have to keep the shot about this tight. It doesn't have to be a full body shot. This tight.
Just so we can
Just the
see.
face shot. Okay, ready? And action.
Do I scream?
Not yet. Yeah. So.
The now infamous slime shot, where Brian hid behind another actor and poured a food condiment all over Stephanie's face, was also blocked out, although the actual sliming would be reserved for the night of the shoot.
It's stable because you rest on your knee.
Okay, try.
And you're like-
action.
So you got the hands free.
And action.
Is that enough? Sweet. I can maneuver this.
Amputate.
take a bit of water in it, shake it up a bit and squirt it out.
That was good from Rachel. And then the second she was introduced to Brian. So for those who know, we'll be starting from, actually you won't have to go all the way back, you can start from Alice will be over here. Camera rolling. Zombie start eating. Girl start walking and action. Here we go. Pause, go. Cut! It's a sword. Take it.
Not as big as my last one. I think my favourite memory as well was having a chance at playing with the Gatling gun.
Okay, good. Camera rolling and action.
That was pretty good, and everyone just having the best time with it.
Whose was that?
Daniel's.
Get a shot of that, get a shot of that.
From his Terminator costume. Yeah.
The minigun. When it's not dark, you can see more.
So that was pretty fun. He made the whole thing, and it spins or something, didn't it? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
So we're at the side of the first shoot, which is weird because I don't remember coming at it from this angle. I think I came from the other side the first time I came through.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember this bit now. Okay, yeah. There's pictures of me with the minigun here. The minigun, and that's where Steph got dragged around the corner. On a piece of cardboard.
Yeah, we just found some cardboard over there. Or someone had some in their car or something and we just dragged it on the floor.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And the zombies coming from that direction, like, would you go to the overhead?
Give me a nice middle long shot right in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful. Right in the middle square, it'll be fixed. So
So good. Oh, wow.
I was really disappointed when I went back and it was white. So bummed. I'm like, oh, it's not the same. And they've changed the lighting too. All different lighting.
I'd never done an indie shoot for anything before. I'd never done anything outside of zombie walk for zombies. Nothing. It's like first point. Which is pretty crazy.
So the police turned up here on the corner. Mark was just around the corner a little bit. We had a bunch of people laying on the ground covered in blood.
Oh, yeah.
With blood on the walls. I was sort of just standing right in the open. There was people up all through the tunnel, and they said, the police are here, and then we all sort of went quiet. Everyone was just like, what are we going to do? And then the police came down through the tunnel.
Fuck you, man. This is going well.
And I yelled out, run, and everyone scattered, and the police just went very tiredly, don't run. And I thought, you know what, they've already seen me, so I may as well kind of just go down. But I was saying to Mark, go, go, go. He had the camera, they hadn't seen him yet. So
Yeah, because you need permits and...
He could get away, at least.
Yeah.
And if you took the camera, yeah, at least we could just say we're just fucking around in here. So we did, you know, we did those whole crowd scenes where people just charged down here, ran into the tunnel.
And then just stopped suddenly too, wasn't it?
Over. Everyone had to fall over.
That's
because we
right.
had the Gatling gun.
Yeah, yeah.
The minigun.
Which is great.
Yeah, I got injured actually. So I slid on the ground. I'm sure it's not the healthiest place to be getting grazed and stuff, but
Probably not.
so Mark was doing slow-mo footage at the time, and we were all falling over in slow motion.
Ah, that's right.
And in the footage, you can see both my legs come up and over my body.
Like Kurt rappelling from that wall down there.
Did it a few times. I think he got jammed at one point.
He's a big boy now.
That is, yeah. Like this stuff I wouldn't do now, that's for sure.
You okay?
That bit landed on me about.
He had this grenade that he had to throw.
Oh yeah, I remember the grenade.
3, 2, 1, action. Nice.
He had a pin in it, and the pin got stuck. So he was trying to get this pin out.
Don't worry about it.
So I had to do this with gloves on.
Okay.
Got it.
Got it. Ready. Camera rolling already.
So you could have just pretended that he pulled the pin out.
Rolled it anyway. It was a different shot that you see of it rolling.
Yeah.
But the brilliant bit is that I've decided to use all those kind of outtakes. So that actually is now in the film.
Because then you just got more footage then at least.
Yeah. And by him fumbling with this pin, it's like, now the character is totally different.
Just like opens it up a little bit.
Yeah. It was such a serious film, and I just thought, why should it be serious? Let's make it funny.
I mean, if anything, it was the least serious thing we'd ever really done, to be honest. Like, you turn up and, yeah, that first time was the only time we had storyboard. And I think every other time it's like, let's go.
Yeah, just waiting.
Well, it looks cool. Who's turned up?
Yeah.
Maybe like one leg over and like that. That's
Yeah, half body.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay, ready.
Action.
So yeah, we had Patrick run up through this tunnel, leap up onto there, and we had a bunch of people just try and grab his legs. We were meant to fill this whole area with zombies, but it only came to about here. We only half filled this space because a lot of people had actually gone home.
In 3, 2, 1, zombies.
We had people for hours just, it was a really hot night and they were all standing up at that Serbian church just sweating the makeup off.
Yeah, there was a lot of people waiting.
Yeah, so I spent most of the night just standing around while they're filming all this cool zombie stuff, and I'm like trying to peek and see what's happening and everything. And then after about 3 hours, I said, "Oh, I'm tired. I need to get out of this costume. Do you want to film anything?" He's like, "Oh, yeah." So filmed a little 10-second sequence, and that was it for my first night.
People were just annoyed. They'd been there, I think, for 2 hours or something, and they didn't know what was going on. Matt was just down here.
It was a long night, yeah.
There was no word, and I came down to try and fix things, but the line producer, or whoever we'd gotten on for the night, got really shitty with me.
I could see you put your legs up when
I
you...
thought for a moment I was going to drop. So this is where the production was. The production setup.
It's got a
base.
got a lot more fence than I remember it having.
Yeah, it just had a little chain link fence before. Yeah, we did all the makeup in there and just There wasn't really much to this production really. It was just everyone turn up, get the makeup done. There was no catering in there or anything like that.
Oh no.
Got it.
But after those first few initial shoots, we went up to, there was a abandoned science facility not far from where I live, and sort of this whole idea formed around, we're going to film stuff in this facility while we can, and I want you to be sort of one of the main stars of this sequence that we're going to film here. And I'm like, oh cool, okay, yeah, I'm in for that.
So you went from kind of almost being ignored
to suddenly being,
you're the focus.
Yeah, I think the main thing was because we found the location, and because I was the only one that said yes. So yeah, it was an abandoned government facility that was closed off, private property. You're not meant to sneak in there or anything like that. And we rocked up, and the way we used to sneak in was we'd climb over, there's like sheds and stuff, warehouses, so we'd climb up the back wall and sneak through the back fence. But on this day of shooting, we rocked up, and there are all these old ladies, this bus full of old ladies pulls up, and there's like this outdoor outlet sale going on, and all these old ladies there looking at clothes and stuff.
Oh, I remember that now.
And we still had to climb over this wall, and I was terrified that we were going to get in trouble or something. And then you, Brian, you shouted out, "Oh yeah, we've got all the permits, don't we guys? Let's go!" And we all climbed this wall. It would have looked dodgy as, but we made it in, and I spent the whole day terrified that, I don't know, some Gestapo were going to come in or something and arrest us all for this guerrilla shooting. So I just died. It was really good.
It was good.
I've been looking forward to dying all day. Do you know that song, Goodbye Farewell?
No.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye, farewell.
Goodbye.
Is it
farewell? The time has come for parting.
I was thinking that too.
Were you?
Okay.
Avita, say goodnight.
Is that good? That's the kind of crap you want?
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I had a ball. It was great. Being the center of attention was really good. It's right up my alley. But it was such an awesome location. Just the building was so massive with so many rooms of really just awesome spaces to film in.
3, 2, 1, action. Action. Action.
I screwed that one up. Do it one more time.
The whole film sort of shifted focus from Sam and Stephanie to Matt and Stephanie. Essentially, it was just whoever could turn up on the day, and they would become the focus of the film.
Oh yeah, I'll be the star. You want to film a movie about me? Yeah.
Ah! That has stuff in it.
Now, Mark, I have some questions for you, being the guest interviewer today. Is that your chair, your director's chair?
That
Is
kind
that-
of is a
Is
bit,
that
I think.
broken?
I'm not sure what happened to it.
Yeah, what's that about?
That was the director's chair, wasn't it? When he finds out what I've done, I'm blaming you lot.
It's just,
That's
You
no
get
good.
it?
The director can't have a broken chair. And now, how's it like working with some of the crew? Like Brian, for example. What's it like
it's
working with Brian?
amazing, man. Wait, which Brian? Brian Creddox?
Yeah, Creddox.
Oh, that's... He never does this video.
He's thrusting.
Let's go for a commercial break. Let's go for.
They'll be back in about 5 minutes. Although it is Master Chief, maybe 2 minutes.
I didn't even know that happened.
So we're gonna ask you guys, what is it like working with Brian?
It's a nightmare working with Brian. He's got this temper. He's so aggressive. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Things don't go his way. That's it.
Did you see what he did with the chair before? It's because we weren't listening.
No
to makeup,
tolerance.
And he just threw that chair, man. He was so angry.
He touches me.
I don't.
You too. Oh.
Never
He
touched
said I
me.
wasn't like the others. He lied. He lied.
He never touches me.
I just want to make sure he wasn't behind me.
What the hell are you talking to? Get back to work, damn it!
What are those beatings?
What's it like working with Mark, Brian?
Mark's pretty good. It's that bloody Brian I can't handle. A man called Brian.
Sorry.
At the time, yeah, it was something fun to do, and yeah, can I be honest? No. As it went on, it sort of like dragged on a bit, and felt like it wasn't really going anywhere.
The film didn't really. It was becoming increasingly obvious that there was no sort of script. I mean, there was no script. There was no script.
Really?
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was, you didn't quite know where you were headed or who you were.
I was so confused.
There was also no real overarching story. It was just a sort of a series of little pieces that didn't necessarily connect.
Because I tried to edit it, and you can't. With what's there, you can't. You can edit, like, the longest sequence I could ever do is like 10 seconds. And then there's nothing to join it to anything else. And I'm like, oh, fuck this shit. I can't do this.
Oh, I'm gonna peg this darn chair to the wall.
Why are you so angry?
Right to the goddamn wall. Because I got sacked at the CSIRO. It's bullshit. I mean, it's bad.
Poultry.
Poultry.
Three, two, one, go.
What's it like working with Master Chief? Because he seems a bit, like steals the scenes, maybe a little bit, on his high horse.
I headbutted that door before. It looked at me wrong, and I was just like, take that door.
I heard that he has 3 trailers.
Yeah, it does. It does actually.
I think so, yeah.
So actually only after doing a bit of cosplay myself in a mask and everything did I know it's actually really hard, and Master Chief he always hits the pose right nice on the photo, looking so chillaxed, just being...
So you can't see any of my facial expressions under that thing, so that's probably gone.
So do you think that maybe, because he does have to wear that suit all the time, maybe that explains his holier than thou attitude?
I think he has a lot of experience, definitely, with posing and taking photos and taking directions. He's really good in, like, when we want to do shots. No complaints ever I had from Master Chief.
Must be really hard to emote in that mask.
If ever you want to, do fuck off faces, wear a helmet. It's great.
No serious complaints.
This interview is over.
I mean, the experience was amazing, and it was a ball to do, and it was a lot of fun, and I loved my time at CSIRO. That was some of my favourite days. People have mistakenly thought I said I had an erection before.
We needed a chair to be kind of tossed across the room. Shannon was more than willing to oblige.
One, action.
So that was funny.
No. What was he when I got here?
Basically, we've been through some highs and lows. A lot of highs, a lot of fun, and it's a total learning process. I'm learning a lot of makeup stuff. And what stuff do you learn from me?
I learned to tolerate your bullshit.
Yes, Brian is really patient. He's a good listener. Is a good listener. Seriously, he's a good listener. So like when I sometimes I go and I got stuff and I would talk to him and he would like, okay, just chill, think about this. Or like we got these options and stuff. And I'll be like, okay, let's work it out, and we work things out.
You don't want too far in the corner. You want to go straight from this to that. Okay.
I don't think there was actually a problem that we didn't manage to work it out together and solve eventually.
I'm just glad that I could be part of such a momentous occasion.
So fast forward to 2020, and there's a new shoot. Yes, the film is underway again.
Again, yes.
Okay, is it on? Yeah. Alright.
So there's a scene with Shannon, and maybe it was looking at this footage that made me think I really want to finish this film.
2, 1, action.
So Shannon Weaver, he was the mastermind behind Dreamweaver effects and masks, and he helped with some makeup and he also did some acting. And Shannon passed away a couple of years ago, and yeah, I was looking at this footage in 2020, and I thought to myself, it would be sort of a shame not to kind of share it.
You were saying that sequence was difficult for you to work on, though, because of what it is and the fact that Shannon passed.
Are you making a zombie film? Oh, I don't work here.
He did some funny stuff on the sets.
All the shoots were heaps of fun, but to put that much work into something and have it just fizzle out and be nothing, it's just a waste.
So with Mark's permission, I've been just granted total access to the footage, and I've decided that it will be sort of resurrected as something different.
Finally, someone's gonna actually edit it and do something with it.
How'd they do it? It feels a bit wild, bit of a dream. I think the first time was a bit of a fever dream.
So I've removed the zombie element, and I'm making them. It's like a demon apocalypse now, which means a lot more work for me because I'm also editing the whole project. I've just gone back and taken all that original footage and just re-edited it and just tweaked some stuff. I've tried to kind of create like a slightly different beast from the one that Mark was doing originally in 2011.
Even if it's completely different to what it was originally intended as, it'll be great to just see it as something.
But it's good, like, I know, it's got a new lease on life.
You know, it was a lot of time, a lot of effort, we made a lot of friends, and it'd be nice to actually have something come out at the end.
So here I am, 9 years later, finishing that movie in my very old, falling apart costume. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, so long as it's out there and shared and people can see it.
Watch our movie or else.
So, yeah, last day, it's almost a bit emotional. But yeah, I think, because it's kind of weird to think that this is the last time you get to dress up, but for this particular thing.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of brought a lot of people together.
So I play Mr. Robot Man, who is a highly efficient government robot who's sent out to save people. And I'm kind of inept and completely useless at my job.
Oh, geez. Now let me think. Which one did Mission Control say was the demons?
I whine a lot, and I don't do my job very well, and my shoes are completely crap and fall to pieces. That's what happens when you wear a costume that is like 9 years old, and you've only worn once in 9 years.
I was demon number 1, 2, and 3.
And Hans.
And Hans.
And I was Alice, getting murdered repeatedly.
It's not Alice anymore.
Oh, what's her name?
I don't know. What should she be called?
Redacted. That's a beautiful name.
We did all those shoots, these initial shoots we called the tunnel shoots at South Bank, but I also have another tunnel shoot, which is the train tunnel shoot.
Oh,
so
okay.
I found this train tunnel and I shot in there with Renee, came back for the shoot, and a whole bunch of new people. But yeah, it was like, that was the first new shoot that I did, and that was a really weird feeling. It was also a really big day. I had like a dozen people, and then there was some kids, and we had to slide down a hill to get onto these train tracks, abandoned train tracks, and
that's intense.
It was an intense day. We've got some blood going into the tubes here, and then we're going to separate the nun's head. Yep.
Great. She says as she's. Don't pull it down, pull it up. Oh, gross.
Is everybody ready? Yep. And action, start blowing. Blow, 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 and head come apart. Blow again. Get it all over him. What? Oh. It's all over this camera. Recording, action. So when we shot the original Endgame stuff, you know, it was all very serious.
Yeah, yep.
But this new shoot that I did was very funny.
For the last time, sister, we're not eating anybody. We've got canned food now.
I knew I wanted to take the old Endgame footage and make it funny.
Mm.
I just wasn't sure how to at that
It
stage.
was almost so serious it was funny, is the trouble with it. It's like, you know, you got this glaring look on you and it's like, that doesn't work. What are you doing? You're not an actress.
The interesting thing for me was that how much my style was very much like Mark's.
We're really behind schedule with these shots, but we've done a lot.
We've been to so many production meetings and location scouts, and
he was pretty unique. He had a very fast, loose guerrilla style of film making, which I like, and he could just come up with scenarios kind of on the spot, because he was also editing his own footage. So he was shooting it, directing it, and then he was editing it. So he kind of knew what he could get from a scene. The downside to that was that there was no real direction for an overall project, but that's where, you know, I've now filled those gaps, as it were. But in doing that, what I did notice was that even though I stuck to a script and a shot list, etc., there was still this sort of fluidity in my directing style that reminded me very much of those 2011 shoots with Mark. So yeah, so it was sort of good to kind of appreciate his style that he brought to the project back then.
Someone needs to make a movie of the Endgame, the movie.
Yeah.
And film all the stuff.
we are at the point where it all started. Here, let me give you a tour.
That's some rock. That's some grass.
If you guys remember the clip, that's how high Rachel was climbing. It's this one. That's the highest she got. You see your zombies, and then you look up. How far is it? Okay, stuff it. I'm going down. Bam! Brian over there. Zombie gets up. 3, 2, 1, jump, and action.
Have I met you?
No, I've never met.
Yeah, he is. It's Jonathan.
It's Matt though, right, isn't it?
Matthew, yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Je ne sais pas.
Wish all the hashtags, likes and tweets would find a way to get lost. Yeah, and when I pull up to the scene, I wonder what the hell is the cost. And yeah, I know you never seen nothing like this before. Yeah, but this is different. I deserve to find some self-comfort. So
Action. It's okay, it's okay.
Made a movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a porno.
No.
Who's making what in the kitchen now?
Anyway, Brian! What's up, Brian?
Hello, what's up? There's 2 light bulbs.
Nice. Right.
Yeah, I think I would do it again, even if it ends differently every time or it's the same every time. Yeah, I think so.
Alright, let's call it quits.
Okay, dokie. Good stuff.
Cool. This is Mark, Skate, and Brian. You do it. Sign up us.
Signing out. Yeah, he wants me to do the...
Kiss it.
I'm not kissing it. What the... Oh, this is embarrassing.